XFM News on point.
The news on XFM. I'm Chris Tim. Makerere University has set up a committee responsible for the reinstallation of the Ivory Tower that was damaged in a fire outbreak on Sunday morning. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, stated that this committee will also come up with accounts on which well-wishers and the alumni of Makerere will deposit their contribution towards the reinstallation of the main building. Nawangwe emphasized that the building will be restored to its former state.
It will cost more because we are not going to use the same technology which was used to build it at that time. And from my own observation, all the walls are cracked, which means there are no columns there. And of course, if we are restoring the building, there is no way we are going to restore it without reinforced concrete columns. Today, Council has agreed that we set up a committee to begin working on the restoration of the building and address all those issues. And I think we will wait for that report.
Meanwhile, Professor Nawangwe assured the public that the university is ready to resume studies for final year students and they will be receiving final year medical students starting the 3rd of October this year.
Final year medical students will resume studies for the second semester on 3rd October 2020 and end on 28 November 2020. The rest of the final year undergraduate students and the graduate students will report on 17th October 2020 and end on 12th December 2020. Teaching for the rest of the students will commence on 15th October 2020 via the online, distance and e-learning platform.
A former Minister of Education and Sports, Captain Francis Babu, has appealed to the police to expedite its investigations into the Makerere fire that gutted the Ivory Tower. Babu says that the main building is one of the historical buildings which are of great importance not only to Makerere as a university but to the country as a whole. He adds that unlike other previous fires where police investigations have not yielded tangible results, police should this time hurry the process and let Ugandans know of it because they are anxious.
When the reports are made after such accidents, we don't hear them. They disappear in thin air. People in Uganda want accountability, and that report, they must tell us what really happened.
The Forum for Democratic Change has given police a 2-day ultimatum to produce Stella Nyanzi in the courts of law or release her unconditionally. Nyanzi, who is also an aspiring candidate for the Kampala Woman Member of Parliament on the FDC ticket, was arrested in Busia by police at the end of last week, and her whereabouts are not yet known. The party's deputy spokesperson, John Chikonyogo, says Nyanzi was illegally arrested and detaining her beyond the 48 hours is illegal.
They're supposed to tell you the case before they put you in. She was told nothing. She was kept in the cells, and we gather she was removed from Musia and taken to a place we don't know up to now. We don't know where she is as I talk now. We are still trying to investigate and find out where she was taken.
On to world news. Italy has voted to cut the size of the country's parliament by more than a third. Almost 70% of people voted in favor of the change, with almost all votes counted. The number of MPs in the lower house will be reduced from 634 to 400. The Senate will also be downsized. The referendum was pushed by Five Star Movement, a part of the governing coalition, which argued that the move would reduce costs. Now in sports, Chelsea have agreed a deal with Stade Rennes team in France to sign goalkeeper Edouard Mendy. The Senegalese international, aged 28, is wanted by manager Frank Lampard to increase competition with the club record £71 million signing Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa was at fault for Liverpool's second goal in the 2-0 Premier League defeat on Sunday, which was described as a clear mistake by Lampard. The Spanish international was also dropped last season after errors in games. That's the latest XFM News.
XFM News on point.